In this video, I'm going to show you a speedy way to create a floral design in Adobe Illustrator. Jeremy from the Artifacts Forge here, and I'm going to be using graphic styles from our fabulous florals pack to create the design. I've prepared this document with our letter in the centre and some basic vector paths around the edge. And I'm going to use the graphic styles to transform these vector paths into flowers and leaves. Let's get started. To apply a graphic style, I'm selecting one of the vector strokes. Then I'm accessing the flower graphic styles, which I've loaded into this tab here, and I'm hitting one of the icons to apply the graphic style, and the stroke is instantly transformed into a flower. You can view the contents of an applied graphic style on the Appearance tab here. Each flower element is made using a vector brush. If I hit the eye icon, you can see how each Appearance tab icon relates to the finished flower. Each flower element can be recolored by selecting it on the Appearance panel, then altering the colours in the usual way. The flower can also be reposed using the Direct Selection tool, just like normal strokes. I'd like to apply this newly coloured flower to some of the other strokes, so I'm going to save it as a new graphic style on the Graphic Styles tab, by selecting the flower and then hitting this button here. Before I apply the new graphic style, I wanted to mention that although the Graphic Styles panel icons aren't very clear, the pack comes with a quick reference PDF which will help you link each graphic style icon with a clear image. Now, when I select a number of paths and hit the new graphic style icon, the flower is applied to each of the paths. I'm going to repeat this process using a different flower design. So I'm switching back to the flower graphic styles and clicking a different graphic style icon. I'm customizing the flower colour by changing the stroke colour on each flower element on the Appearance tab. I'm now going to add a seed head by adding another graphic style. Now I'm customizing the seed head size and colour. I'm next switching to the Foliage graphic styles to add some foliage. The foliage is flowing in the wrong direction, so I'm going to reverse the direction of the stroke by using the Object, Path, Reverse Path Direction menu. I'm now adjusting the weight of each stroke on the Appearance tab to make the foliage bigger. And then recoloring the foliage. And saving it as a graphic style so I can easily apply it to another path. I'm now going to transform some of the paths into leaves using more graphic styles. I'm removing part of the leaf graphic style as we don't need it by hitting the relevant eye icon on the Appearance tab, then recoloring the other elements and adjusting the stroke weight. I'm saving these leaves as a new graphic style and applying it to more paths. I'm adjusting the stroke weight to make the leaves smaller. Then I'm applying the same style to more leaves and then setting the stroke weight to make the leaves smaller again. Then repeating the process to make another smaller set of leaves. I'm now flipping the direction of one of the leaves so the cut section moves to the other side. To do this, I'm selecting the relevant stroke on the Appearance tab. This automatically selects the relevant brush on the Brushes tab. I'm hitting this button, which opens the stroke options for this instance of the brush, then selecting Flip Across. I'm repeating the process for another couple of leaves. I'm now going to add another type of leaf by adapting another graphic style in multiple sizes, and then apply them to the remaining strokes. Now the right hand side of the design is complete, I'm going to duplicate it. Flip it horizontally, then move it to the other side. I'm deleting the duplicate central flowers. I'm going to adapt a final graphic style to add some foliage to the H. Next, I'm placing a texture overlay. This is a free file. Find out where to get it in the product download. I'm embedding the overlay and inverting the colours. I realised I missed something earlier. When the left-hand side was flipped horizontally, the leaves have been flipped too, and the lighter parts and cut sections are now on the wrong side. To fix this, I'm swapping the colours and changing the direction of the brushes, using the same methods I previously demonstrated. And there's the finished floral design. I mentioned earlier that the flowers and foliage can be reposed after application, making the pack more customisable. You do this with the Direct Selection tool. Want to try it for yourself? Then visit artifactsforge.com to get fabulous florals now and start making stunning floral designs in Adobe Illustrator. See you in the next one.